put the bottom in.
I don't know. I can't get hold of you to get the button. How the hell am I going to get this button?
On YouTube, I think we're now Facebook, and we're just trying to sort out Instagram. I am a tad late, but it's all new. I think Kim's just setting up the last camera.
Hang on a minute.
But we have quick adjustment on the Instagram side. But it looks like we've already got a few people in already. This is all new to me. I've never done a Facebook Live through the laptop, let alone Facebook or Instagram. It looks like we're getting there. Kim's just attaching the last one. We are live across all our platforms. So, hello and welcome. An unfamiliar face probably to most of ESR, or FIS, I should say. But we thought we'd do a draw live for the upcoming Friday series to make things more friendly and more even, or as even as we could. So we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So it's obviously the draw for the top 2 leagues, because League 3 is all using the new Yaris. So it would just purely be the top 2 divisions. The drivers are subject to change depending on if anyone else drops out, but I've had confirmation from 98% of the drivers now, so hopefully these won't change too much. The liveries, I'm a little bit behind than I wanted to be, so I'll try and share them as much as I can. But they are in the process of being finalised and made, so all being well, we'll have them out in the next few days, and you can pick which one as per the car. The pick order, because obviously there's going to be 2 liveries per car. There'll be 2 drivers in each car, and the first person out in that car will get the pick of the 2 liveries. Second person in that car will get the remaining livery, just to make it that little bit fairer as much as I can, as I always try to. So like I say, we're live on our main YouTube channel, Elder Sim Racing. We have got the second YouTube channel under the same name. We're live on Facebook as well, up here, hello. And we are also live on Instagram. I've got multiple cameras here all set up across my coffee table to help out. So if you're not already, give us a like on Instagram. You should be following the Facebook group, and obviously subscribe to the YouTube channels. 2 mugs, quite simple, quite easy. We've got the ESR mug with drivers' names in, and we've got the Shell Norman Cup here with your cars. 15 drivers per league. 15 drivers per league. Obviously, I've got 16 cars, so there will be a car left over at the end of the draw. So I think that's pretty much it. Kim's here to give us a hand and pin up the draw on the on a board here, so we can have a look at everything at the end of each of the draws. But I think that's it. So let's get underway with League 1. So this is the GT Supercars, and we'll see what we can get out of these. I might have to set up at some point. My bum goes numb. So the first person out is, I don't know if we can see, Panos. We'll put it across all the outlets. So we've got Panos at number 1. And Panos, if I can pick one, and just one, we'll have the Ferrari 458 Italia. I have to slow down a little bit so we can keep posting them up properly. Try and get one. Second out the hat, we have Adam Morgan. I'm hoping this comes across all the social media platforms okay. But I'll put a nice big post and everything out of who's got what and where and everything. I'm guessing, Craig, that's you under the ODM Sim Racing group, just on a generic group chat there for you. So Adam Morgan has the Ford GT. I do apologise if any of the wording comes out the wrong way round. I've tried my best to get it the right way round. Facebook and Instagram should be okay because the phones are facing the right way. YouTube could be a bit different, but we shall see. Next out the hat, we have Johnny Carrington. There again, across all media platforms. And Johnny shall go into the Jaguar F-Type. Starting to go a little bit too quick now for Kim. Next up, we have, I hope I've got his name right. I've always called him Jason Grant. It's what his Instagram name seems to come across. But yes, Jason Grant. Better known as his PSN name, Bluefin. And he will be in the Lamborghini. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that one. No, driver first. Usually helps. This one is Matthew Humphrey. This time round. Matt will also be in the Ferrari. So that's both the Ferraris now gone from the draw. So anyone else that was hoping for the Ferrari, I do apologise, but you won't be driving that one. Thanks, Ryan, for letting us know that YouTube is coming out the right way round. It looks wrong to me the way I'm sitting. So next up is Timmy Gill. I don't know which way you prefer it. I know the PSN names are a little bit all over the place, but we shall see. Timmy, you'll have the Aston Martin DBR9. Very, very nice indeed. Next up, running out of names and everything, we have newcomer to the Friday series, Dan Robo. Brand new to the series, like I say, I haven't fully seen him race. All I've caught is a RRL race of his in the past, and he looked quick. He did look quick, so this could be a contender for being up there for the season, and he will be running in the Aston Martin DBR9 as well. That is both DBR9s gone and out of the draw almost together as well. There's no real team orders between it. It's just purely for a bit of spontaneity, if you like. I'm trying to go by memory. I think both BMWs are still in, and both Porsches. Our admin and host for League One, Darren Baldwin. Do make sure you've got Darren on PSN. If not, make sure you add him for racing and being able to find the lobby on race night.
He likes horse racing, apparently.
Yeah, likes horse racing, apparently. Watch this space. And Darren will be in the BMW M6. And we'll surely find out his reaction to that in a minute within the chat. He seemed happy his name was drawn.
No horse racing.
No horse racing. Don't you want any horse racing, Darren? You said you did earlier. Grand National next week. Got to pick him out some way. Darren seems to enjoy his pick. And next up, we have another commentator on the channel. Ryan McVeigh is next out of the hat. We shall see what Ryan shall be running. Ryan will have a Dodge Viper. Not my personal pick, but I don't know if that's a woohoo to his name coming out or to the car. He didn't want the Lambo. You didn't get it. You didn't get it. You got the Dodge Viper. You've got to be happy with that. I think the only car left with 2 picks in is actually the Porsche. We shall see who we get out next. We have Bruno Bottica. I know Bruno does want the Porsche, so he's got a very good chance given. I know Bruno does want the Porsche, so let's see what we get here on this. It is the Porsche. He has the Porsche 911, the car he wanted. That's great to see for Bruno. Seem to be a lot of happy people getting the cars that they want. Now, we have Mr. Gareth Morris. I don't know if Gareth will be either sat with Craig or watching in another way, shape or form. Unfortunately, we can't see any Instagram or Facebook messages because the phones are facing the wrong way around, just so that you guys can see it properly. But Gareth will also be driving the Porsche 911. It looks like we're also getting a little tip from Craig here on the Welsh national winner in the national. You heard it here, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Craig's giving us a little horse racing tip. He didn't do too badly at Cheltenham, I know that. So we shall see. Hairdresser's car. Is that about the Porsche? Andy White up next, or Biggie in, from memory, 96. I'm guessing birth year. At a guess. And Andy will also be driving the Lamborghini. Is that Darren wanted? Andy? No, unfortunately, you're not. Andy will be driving with Jason in the Lamborghini. Only a few names left now. I think we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, only 3 names left now. And it is Craig Thomas up next to find his car. And he holds his breath. I would love to remember exactly what cars we've got left. Certainly got the GT, full GT. We've got Dodge Viper. No Lamborghinis.
Get on with it.
Jaguar, possibly.
On with it.
He's got the BMW. He's alongside Darren in the BMW M6. The Killer Humphrey. That would be Matt there, seeing he's got in the 458. He would have been happy with the Porsche as well. The Ozman, or the real Ozman, in the M6. Next up, Ryan Edgecombe I don't know if he'll be tuning in. I know for Friday he was called away to Scotland, unfortunately, so missed the last round of the BTCC series. I don't know if he's still in Scotland now, but hopefully he'll be tuning in some way, shape, or form, or he'll be finding out in the post, no doubt, very soon. And Ryan will be in the Ford GT. Could be a fun little car. It's not one I've driven, so this could be an interesting little one. And I believe we are on the last name. We are the final name, and it is Lee Fitz, who again I'm hoping might be tuning in. He was talking about opening up a quick test lobby for tomorrow night's GR3 Endurance. He's got a choice of 2 cars, which by my reckoning is the Jaguar or the Dodge Viper. And we'll go with that one there, and it will be the Jaguar F-Type, which will leave, by my reckoning, the last and spare, just to show that it was all on above board, the Dodge Viper, not actually picked in the draw. Just as Kim puts the final touch onto the board, that completes the League One draw. So, I'll do it as best I can, backwards as well. As you can see, we've got Panos in the Ferrari, Adam Morgan in the Ford GT, Johnny Carrington in the Jaguar, Jason Grant in the Lamborghini, Matt Humphreys in the Ferrari, Tim Gill in the Aston Martin, with Dan Rojo also in the Aston Martin, Darren Baldwin in the BMW M6, and we've got Ryan McVeigh in the Dodge Viper. God, this is hard reading it backwards. Bruno Bottica in the Porsche, Gareth Morris also in the Porsche, Andy in the Lamborghini, Craig in the BMW, Ryan Edgecombe in the Ford, and finally Lee in the final Jaguar. That completes the League One draw. We will now move to League Two and the World Touring Supercar Cup or Championship. Give the names a good mix. I've already pre-folded. Now, just to be fair, because I'm in this league, I think it's only fair if my name comes out, I won't actually pick the car, and I will get Kim to pick the car out and hand it to me. Purely so I can't be accused of putting a car that I wanted or a car that I might be good in, something like that. I just want to try and keep it as fair and above board to all of you. Because if I go off and storm away, which I won't, but if I do pick something that I enjoy, then I don't want it to come back that I picked it. So if my name comes out, Kim will draw my car. So, first name out of the hat. We'll try and get one. And it is Ethan Carrington this time round for the first name out the hat in the WTSC Championship. I agree with you there, Darren. League Two could be a very, very close league. It took us a fair old while, as Darren knows, to actually sort out who was going into Tier 1, who was going into Tier 2. The names and the speed of the drivers was just so close. So Ethan will be in the Mitsubishi Lancer. These are GR4 cars, not the GR3. Ethan in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Next up, we've already got Dean here, looking on, waiting. And as I say that, I draw Dean's name out of the hat. Dean Atkinson is next out. Why did I say the hat? The cup. Dean Atkinson He smiles. He holds his breath. He hopes for something good. I know which one he'd like because he used it a lot in the test nights. And he comes away with the front-wheel drive VW Scirocco, the only front-wheel drive car on the WTSC grid. But we shall see how that one goes. It's front-wheel drive cars can be very, very quick. Certainly be quick off the line. Well, we've got two names. I'll put one of them back. Next up, we have Stu Shelton. Stuart Shelton. I don't know which way you prefer it to be pronounced. It was sent to me as Stu, so we shall see. Dean very happy with his pick of a VW Scirocco.
I think that most people are quite happy with this.
Hopefully a good set of cars in that case. And it will be the BMW M4 for Stu. Nice car. Driven it before myself. Can be a little bit tail end happy, but there we are. Stu's actually here with us. Didn't want the Evo. You're okay there. BMW M4. Nathan hang on. Rombats. I hope I've pronounced that right. I apologise, Nathan, if I have not. But yes, Nathan is next out of the cup. And Nathan will be driving. If I can just pick out one. Nathan will have the four-wheel drive Subaru WRX. Again, the only four-wheel drive car, I believe. I could be wrong if someone does correct me. But I believe the Subaru is the only four-wheel drive car within the league. No doubles yet on the cars. So everything's still available for everyone to be picked out onto. Next up, we have Mr. Brian Ross, host of the GR3 Endurance Series. Has been helping out with hosting the Porsche Leagues as well recently. So Brian, I don't know if you're watching. Hopefully get you something half decent, something that you enjoy. And it is the BMW M4. That's the first double. So that's the BMW's off the list. And next up will be Mike Humphrey. I'm going to have to learn between the two Humphrey boys. I'm not sure if it's brothers or father and son. I believe it's father and son. I could well be wrong, though. Mike Humphrey. And Mike will be in... it is brothers. I do apologise. Mike will be in the Mazda Atenza, an underrated GR4 car, but seems to be used quite a bit in some of the dailies when GR4s come round. But yes, they are brothers, confirmed by Killer Humphrey. I've got two, so I'm going to put the inner one back. And it's me! So I will not be picking the car. This will be down to the good wife. And hopefully she'll pick me something decent.
Yeah.
Let her pin that up. And I will stay well back and let Kim pick my car.
Right, hang on.
Where's the music?
So
That's the cars. Where's the music? We can't put music because if it's copywritten, then yeah, if it's copywritten, it'll be silenced. So no music, unfortunately. So Kim picked out one. I have the Lexus RCF. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. I quite like that. Quite happy with the Lexus. used to be my go-to car before I switched over to the wheel. Next up, Bozidar Popovic. Hopefully said correctly again. Apologies if not. Yeah, not very good with names, but we shall see what Mr. Popovic has got. William sat waiting to see his name come out as well, I see. And Mr. Popovic will have the Mazda Atenza as well. William frantically ticking things off, going, okay, not that one, okay, not that one, not that one. CB Games, this is for the upcoming Friday leagues with Elder Sim Racing. We've got a whole new series starting, so if you are interested, check out Elder Sim Racing on Facebook, and you can see what leagues we've got going on, and hopefully join in if you so wish. Next up, we have Simon Smith. But yes, CB Games, if you are interested in joining a league in GT Sport, then do check us out. It's Bluefin. Hello, Jason. I will go back through the first league that we drew originally, which you're in. I'll go back through it and show you what you've got later afterwards. So we've got Simon has got the Lexus RCF as well, so he'll be joining me in the Lexus. Next up, we have, he's been waiting, he's been ticking him off, it's William. I originally had him down as William John Lane, but you quickly informed me that John's actually your middle name, so it's William Lane. I do apologise. I should have known that, given how many years we've raced together in the past. But, and William will run in or to drop that one. You have the Ford Mustang, William. Now, I know one of the Mustang liveries, and you're the first Mustang. I've got a feeling you might go with the one I've got. Now then, let's get the next person. Don't say no on the Mustang. The Mustang, I don't mind the Mustang. We've got Ismail Nemri up next. From memory, I could be wrong here, but from memory, I believe trained and semi-taught by Andy White in League One. So we shall see how he fares in the GR4 side after a fairly decent season in the Porsche. And Ismail will be running in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Andy tuning in and keeping an eye as well, wondering who his mates will get. So we've got Danny McCain. Again, hopefully said correctly, but apologies if not. Danny, I think could be a bit of a surprise package this season. We only saw him in the latter stages of the MX5 season just gone. I reckon Danny could be an interesting pick. Danny will also be in the Ford Mustang. It'll be interesting to see how they fare, how Danny fares going up to the second tier. How many we've drawn so far? 12.
Yeah.
3 left, in theory. Phil Wilson, again, promoted up from the MX5 league. Actually finished in the overall standings, I believe, 3rd. I haven't posted the tables yet. I do apologise, but we're getting there. I do believe he has he finished 3rd in the overall standings, possibly 5th or 6th in the drop scores. But that's something that we'll come across later on in the new rules. And Phil, you will have the VW Scirocco. I actually tested this, or had a go in this in one of the test events, and quite enjoyed it. It's a nice little car to drive. Next up, we have Steve Stones. Again, new to the second tier. We shall see how Steve gets on. The worrying thing is, that's the last car. Subaru WRX. What car are we missing? Considering I've got one left. What car am I missing? I'm sure I got all of them. The Hyundai Genesis. The Hyundai Genesis is the one that was missing. So, yeah. So, Brian Moncrane, I hope I've said right, will run in the Hyundai Genesis, seeing as I messed up and then didn't print that one out. So apologies. But Brian will have the Hyundai Genesis. But that empties both our mugs. And I'll just let Kim put it on up here.
Right.
And we'll go through both leagues fully, starting with the World Touring Supercars. We've got Ethan Carrington in the Mitsubishi, Dean Atkinson in the VW Scirocco, Stu Shelton in the BMW. Did I say BMW Scirocco? VW Scirocco. Stu Shelton in the BMW M4, Nathan in the Subaru. Sorry, I'm reading these backwards. Brian Ross in the BMW. Mike Humphreys in the Mazda Atenza, myself in the Lexus, Popovic, I think that is, in the Mazda, and hang on, I'm going to have to look at Simon Smith in the Lexus, William Lane in the Mustang, Ismail Nemri in the Mitsubishi, Daniel McCain in the other Mustang, Phil Wilson in the Scirocco, Stu Shelton in the Subaru WRX, and Brian will be in the Hyundai Genesis. I'm just going to quickly attach that. Phil, the liveries I am in the process of doing. I haven't managed to get them all done, unfortunately, just yet. But yeah, I'm halfway through. Well, over halfway through. But once they're done, I'll be setting up the group chats over the next couple of days, and then I'll go through with this list and get people to pick their liveries out. So just to recap League One as well, because Jason's here now, and Jason, find your name. There you are. So Jason, you're actually running in the Lamborghini. Let's go through it all. We've got Panos in the Ferrari, Adam Morgan in the Ford GT, Johnny in the Jaguar F-Type, Jason in the Lamborghini, Matt in the Ferrari, Timmy Gill in the Aston Martin with Dan Rovo, Darren Baldwin in BMW, Ryan McVeigh in the Dodge Viper, Bruno Bottica in the Porsche alongside Gareth Morris, Andy White in the Lamborghini, pull them out again, Craig Thomas in the BMW, Ryan Edgecombe in the Ford GT, and Lee Fitzy in the Jaguar. So that does conclude the draw for the two leagues. Like I say, League One will be hosted by Darren Baldwin. And if you haven't got him on PlayStation or PSN already, it's Idle 4 Gaming. As you can see it on his chat name. Make sure you add him because he'll be hosting and he'll be the person to find for the lobbies each Friday night. Myself, I'll be hosting League 2. I think most of you have already got me on PSN anyway, but I'm the Hammer Games, or the _Hammer_Games. Again, make sure you've got me added, and you can find the lobbies that way. Again, League 1 will be League 1 will be sponsored by Shell Norman Motorsports, and again, we thank Shell massively for her continued sponsorship. The WTSC World Touring Supercar Championship will be sponsored by BTCC Blueprints on board for a second season, which is great to see from them as well. We are sorting commentary, hopefully for all 3 leagues, but we shall see what happens. Certainly, we've got 2 commentators covering at least 2 of the leagues, and we're hoping to get hold of a third before the start of the season in a few weeks' time. Like I say, liveries will be out shortly for you all, as well as the calendars, which has been picked by people not within. So Darren has actually picked the World Touring Car calendar, and I've picked the GT Supercars, just again to make it as fair as possible across the board. But we've got a few other changes coming. We can see bits and pieces coming throughout time, but obviously we've got a revamp of the penalty system, which most of you should know about by now. If not, then do check out the new rulebook that's going to be posted in the next couple of days. Just a slight update to some of the penalty systems. And what else is new? We've obviously got the website that launched on Friday, eldersimracing.co.uk. It's the first website I've properly put out there, so hopefully you guys enjoy it and can use it as a go-to position. As well as obviously we've got Facebook, and Kim is really nailing Twitter and Instagram. If you're not following them already, go and check them out. Go and follow them because the content on there is improving daily. Certainly a lot better from when I used to post on there very rarely. And Instagram's actually getting a lot of real world drivers and personnel following, as well as some decent people from the Gran Turismo side. So yes, we're all set and ready to go. Really, anyone else who's not been involved in tonight's draw, we've got a few people already signed up for the Yaris League. If you're interested and you're not in the leagues at the moment, then give us a shout. Drop us a message on Facebook, put a message on YouTube, something. But let us know that you want in, and we can add your name to the list. And if we get enough interest, we can even open up and look at a 4th tier. So we shall see what comes forward. But for now, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing more and more of you over the next few weeks for the new series. I believe next Friday, Darren will be, might be able to correct me, or Andy. Next Friday, we've got a special event coming up, which is actually Malcolm Argyle's idea of a Subaru Isle of Man TT race. Few short races, but all of that will come up soon. But for now, thank you very much, and we'll let you all get back to testing for tomorrow night's endurance, or chilling, eating Easter eggs and way too much chocolate. Me, I'm going to go and get a bottle of ice cream. We will see you soon. Thank you, and laters.